Well, let's just press record to see what happens. So, welcome to this video. My name is Marius. I am a student in software and robotics engineering in Paris. And since 2017, I am a freelance creative developer. I am usually streaming stuff I do on the side, like creative development, 3D stuff, just having fun all around with computers. But right now, I am in the East French countryside with not the best internet ever, so streaming isn't the things that I can do right now. But maybe I can do small videos, edit them out, put them on the web, let's see what happens. So yeah, let's just create a piece together, the thing that I usually do on my Instagram, like to put a word on what I do, weird shit with 3D that you can interact with. I call them IBCs for interactive bullcrap. I usually put them online, and then people can go there and just simply have fun with the thing that we're going to build. So usually it starts with nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm just right there on my computer, like I just want to do something. I just know that I want to put something out today. It might not be on social media because sometimes it's just full of shit. But it just started there from nothing. I usually go on Pinterest, and on there, I usually type stuff like, I don't know, interactive 3D. And there, I can have inspiration of what I want to do. And the first page that you saw, this one. So this is an idea that I want to build today. Let's imagine a floor full of prisms, like cubes that you can elongate this way. When you click, it does a little wave. I think Daniel Schiffman did something like that in processing. Let's just see. Or in, what was it, P5? I think it's P5. P5 wave Schiffman. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. This stuff. So let's try to do a whole floor like this. And when you click, it does the actual wave. Like to have a bit more interaction. And let's make the camera move around, etc. That's what we're going to try to do right now. Usually, when I am coding, I start with boilerplates. I do not rewrite everything from scratch. Huge waste of time. So I built this thing, Vue 3 Starter, which is using Vue.js and Three.js. So JavaScript libraries so that I can write on the web. Why Vue.js? Because it has all the tool already built in, like components and everything, just to build something and put it out there. Like for example on Netlify. Let's clone this repo and let's just start right there. So git clone this repo, and I wanted to call it this way. So yeah, we're in April 2021, and let's call it YouTube IBC. And yeah, let's just go in it. So CD, and I want to go in 2021, YouTube IBC. And let's open that in code. There we go. So I should have everything here. Let's try this out. So I have my scripts, npm start. Yeah, it's not working because I need to install my dependencies. So npm I. Let's just wait for a bit. This is the very first time that I'm talking alone to a camera, and it feels really weird right now. Really alone, actually. Yeah, this is taking a lot of time. I hate it. So yeah, this is the life of a developer, just waiting for stuff to download with a shit internet connection. Oh fuck. Oh, something's happening. There we go. And now, if we finally start the thing, something should happen. Maybe. Localhost. Let's try this out. Advanced parameters. Continue to this site. And nothing. Yes. There we go. Apparently I had a huge problem because my Chrome version didn't support WebGL. So yeah, we have a little cube. I lost a lot of time for nothing. I am pissed. Let's just go on. So, in this scene, I want to create an array of cubes that takes the whole floor. So first of all, my camera for the moment is positioned like right there, just in front of the cube. Since I want it to be a floor, I wanted to position it a bit above the cube. And I just can move around because I am using the orbital camera of Three.js. So at the moment, my camera is set at the Z position 5 behind. I want it to be a bit above the cube. There we go. So now I can create an array of cube. So let's just do that in another class. Let's just call it a new file, CubeFloor.js. And I have an example class already for that. So CubeFloor, I want it to rename it CubeFloor, Command B. Let's hide this out. I have the scene that is passed right there. This is perfect. And let's just add it for the moment to my main3 scene. So I want to see what is in my scene. There we go. Import CubeFloor from my CubeFloor right there. CubeFloor.init, and I pass as a parameter my scene. Okay. So I want to, take this out because I will not need my cube right there, but I will need it here. So for my array, let's add parameters. So let's add a x number. X number, it will be the number of cubes that I want on the x-axis. Let's say 20. And same thing on the z-axis. So 20 by 20. And let's just do a simple for loop. So for, by x as big as this dot param dot xnum x plus plus. That's perfect. And same thing for the y-axis. Okay, so let's console it out to see if it works. I want it to be x and y, and show me I have a problem. No way. Y, exactly, I forgot. There we go, that should be better. Yeah, we have over here all my indexes, and let's create this damn cube. So const, let's create a cube that is a new 3.mesh. With that I want to import 3.js, otherwise I'm going to have big issues. Import 3 from 3. There we go. In that mesh, my geometry, I want it to be a new 3.cube geometry. Is it a box geometry? It is. Box geometry, and the new 3. For the moment, for debugging, we're going to use the mesh normal material. Okay, and I want to add that to my scene. I don't want it to do it directly. I want to add a placeholder for that. So this dot new, let's call it, and that will be a new 3.group. Let's add it in. This dot cube group that add this cube, and I want to add that group into my scene. So this dot scene that add this dot cube group. So I should normally see one cube for the moment in the center of my screen. Only one because I didn't position them. Yes, obviously. New 3 group. This is a problem. The property group often defined. I have big issues, man. Import everything as 3 from 3.js, and this should be much better. And there we go. So for the moment, we only see one cube, but there are actually 20 times 20 cubes right there. So this means there is 400 cubes. I just want to position them around the indexes that I have right there. Cube.position.set. On the x-axis, I just want it to be x. On the y-axis, I just want it to be nothing. And on the z, I just want this y-axis. So yeah, this shouldn't be y, but so yeah, z over here, z over there, and there we go. And I don't want that to be the x num, I want it to be the z num. Perfect. So right now they are all there. So this looks like one huge block because they are just stick to each other. And I would like that floor to be centered. Right now I have my camera position here because this is the 0.0 point in my scene. So to do that, let's do something like this. So for the x-axis, I just want the x number divided by 2. So I'm going to subtract by that. And same thing for the z-axis. Command C, Command V, and I want my z like that right there. Obviously, yeah, because this is in my params, and same stuff here. Perfect. Here are my cubes. And right now, just to see them a bit better, we can try a couple of things. First of all, just to understand what's going on, let's just add a wireframe parameter to my material. So wireframe is true. Yes. So now we can see the individual blocks of our scene. Now, what do we want to do? We would like to update the Y scale according to something. For the moment, let's just do a sinus function just to see if it works according to, let's say, the x-axis. So I'm going to need to do something in my update loop right there. So I need to play with it in my main3 scene. I need to take that, and this is my render loop, and I want to update this cube floor thing. Update. Perfect. And right there, I want to loop all my children of my cube group. Yeah, this is what I want to do. I am using a while loop because apparently while are much more optimized for random loops than just simple for loops. So let's create an I that is 0, and in my while loop, as long as I is smaller than my cube group.children.length, I would like my I to take +1 each and every time this is done. And then in that, let's target actually those children. So group.children. So I will take the index I of those ones, .scale.y is equal to, and now let's do a bit of math. So math.sin, for the moment, let's just do date.now, times a small number, because otherwise it would be too quick. Okay, so now we should just see the cubes move up and down, well, scale up and down. And that's too slow. 10 times faster, 100 times faster. Yeah, here we go. Let's just take this out for a moment just to see what happened. So now they are just moving all at the same time. So this is why we have this thing right there. So two things I want to do. I want to distinguish each and every one of those sinus function things with, let's say, the index. I want to pass the index in that sinus function. And also, there is a problem right there. So as you know, the sinus function goes between -1 and 1. I would like it to go between 0 and 1. For that, let's just do +1. So now we have something that goes between 0 and 2. So that divided by 2, so times 0.5, and we should have something a bit better. And in there, let's pass it the index. And now, there we go. Much, much better. And for the moment, just to take the exact same thing that we saw on Daniel Schiffman example, let's just make a wave that goes from the center. So instead of passing an offset that is the index of our cubes, let's pass the actual distance from one point. Here it will be the center. What we need to do, we just need constants. I would like d, that would be the distance between the origin of my scene, which is 0, 0, 0, and yeah, the position according to the x and z value. That should be the thing. And fortunately, there should be a distance calculator directly integrated in 3.js. 3 distance 2 computes the distance between. Okay, so let's say, well, yeah, let's just do it right, just like that for the moment. New 3, vector 3, that just will be the origin of our scene, dot distance 2, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Distance 2, yeah, the children dot position, and we should have something plus d instead of the I, and now, there we are. I would like it to go from the center to the outside, so this will be minus. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. What can we do right now? Let's add a couple more just to see what happens. 200. Obviously, this isn't the most optimized stuff I have ever built because I actually would like to create instances instead of recreating each and every time a cube. So for the moment, let's just stick to 20 by 20 and let's just not care about optimization for the moment. We are not building this for huge infrastructure, just for our entertainment. Yes. Now, what do I want to do? I would like a couple of things. First of all, the thing that I want to do is that when you click on a particular cube, we see this wave effect going on, but instead of having it from the center of our scene, we want it to where we need to click. First thing we need to do, add a click listener. So we will need a raycaster. Okay, let's just create the raycaster. And let's just see a raycaster example, actually, because I don't remember how to use one. So we need that, we need on mouse move, and then in my render loop, okay, this is the thing. So in the render, I want to pass that. Yeah, let's just do it in my 3 scene. Yeah, we're going to do that. I need a raycaster, so this raycaster, let's just take all of that, and yoink. There we go. Let's go a bit down there, just after my camera. Yeah. New 3 raycaster, and I need to set the format. Oh no, this will be in the render loop. Okay, gotcha. So in my render loop, I need to set the format. So I need the this.camera, and I also need to create a vector 2, which will take my mouse input. This.mouse equal new 3.vector2. which is going to take my mouse. So I need to also create a method that is going to compute my mouse position. On mouse move, that is going to take the moving event. Let's just take this out. Okay, yes, and this is not event, this is E. I need to listen for the moving event, so window dot add event listener, mouse move, and this is to call my mouse move function. We're going to console log that stuff out, and let's see. We have an issue, which is yes, because it is not bound to my class on mouse move. There we go. But mouse is not defined yet because in my render loop I said mouse and not this mouse. That's the stuff. So yeah, this is dot mouse, and so this is the recaster. And in dot for loop, we're going to see the intersect, and this is just going to change the material. I don't want that. I just want to know what you are touching. Actually, that's perfect. And now, yeah, here we go. So now it knows where my mouse is. Okay, that's cool. So let's just see if I pass not the mouse position, but which intersected object it's actually touching. To be a tad more optimized, I don't want to actually update my intersect object each and every time in the render loop. I just wanted to do it when I move my mouse. Damn. Yeah, that's it. All of this is going to go in my mouse move. That's great. I want to create also this as an object so that I can pass it to my cube floor class. Do I need that anymore? I don't. Let's just see if that works. Reopen. Let's see my console, and it works. That's perfect. So let's check this out. So this intersect goes, let's say, here, and this is an empty array. And that empty array can be passed to, let's say, in my cube floor, let's say in my update. So these are my intersects. Same thing, I'm going to create global variable right there. This.intersects is an empty array. This.intersects equals intersects. Yeah, and let's just console.log just the length to see what's going on. Yeah, that's great, actually. That's perfect. So now that I have that, I would like to, instead of just having an object returned to me, I just want to locate which object I am touching. Can I actually have access to that? Let's just see. I just would like the first one you touch. Yeah, if I go to the object and then I can just take the position. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly. So let's take this out. Okay, so now instead of having the distance to the 0, 0, 0, let's say the distance to the intersect. I think I didn't need actually to create a global variable for my intersects, but oh well. The 0, and I saw that this is the object dot position. Will this work? No, because why though? I think I know. Let's create W origin to say wave origin, and this will be by default the 0.0.0 position. So new 3 vector 3 0 0 0. This that we're going to put right there, this dot W origin. So we should have the same thing as before. We do. And we need to update that when there is something in my intersect. Yeah, so if this dot intersects dot length is superior or equal to 1, I want to take my W origin and replace it by this dot intersects dot object. Let's just do that for instance. Let's just see what is in that object because I don't remember. Console.log, and we should have the position right there. Scale. Yeah, we have it. So this is intersecond index 0 dot object dot position. That should do the trick. Let's just see. It does the trick. So now it's following my cursor, and that's great. That's quite amazing, actually. We've been going for more than 45 minutes. Let's just take a drink because kind of burn out right now. Okay, what do I want to do next? I said that when I click, something happens. Not all the time, because as you can see, it's pretty jaggedy at the moment. Jaggedy. This is a smart word. I would like a variable that is the intensity of the wave. Yeah, for the moment, let's create that. So in my params, yeah, I would just put it there. Let's say wave intensity. Let's set it to 1 for the moment. And I want to take that and multiply it by my intensity. This dot params dot W intensity. So we should have the same thing. perfect. But if we do, let's say 3, we should have 3 times higher waves. Normally, we do, and that's a great thing. When I'm not clicking, I would like this intensity to be 0, and when I am, I would like it to spike up and then go down to do this wave effect. I think that's what I want to do. Okay. When mouse down, I do something. On mouse down, and this dot on mouse down. And there, I would like my intensity to go up. This dot params dot w intensity 3, and I think we should just bind it because otherwise we're going to have issues. This dot on mouse down dot bind this. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah. Since the intensity is 0, we actually have this black thing because it is infinitely thin, which is an issue. So we should just add not an offset, but let's say w start height. Yeah, and let's say 0.1. Okay, so this dot params dot and I said, yeah, w start height, and I would like it to be camel case. Okay, much better. And now when we click, nothing's happening. Why? Because we are fucking losers. What's happening actually? Click. Wait a second. Mouse down. I am not having an issue right now. Mouse down. Nothing's happening. Okay. You guys, way smarter than me, are going to scream in the comment section what I did wrong right there, because I don't know, and I don't want to know at the moment because I am really pissed right now. Yeah, that's perfect. And I would like after a few moments for it to go back down. We can do this 2 ways. Either we create an easing function that we do all by ourselves, or we can use a twinning library for, let's say, JSAP. One uses mathematics, one is just being lazy as fuck and using something that already exists, and a huge library for not a lot to do with it. What are we going to take? Exactly. Let's go with JSAP. npm I JSAP. Once again, this is not a tutorial, not at all. This is just a French guy doing weird shit with computers. So npm I JSAP, and while that is loading with my shitty internet, we are just going to call it right there, and we just need twin light from JSAP. And there, npm start, and I just want to see if it's even there. That's perfect. Once that is done, I would like it to go back down to 0 slowly. So on twinlight.2, and I would like this dot params. Let's say we'll take 1 second, and this is my W intensity, and it goes to 0. That should work. Yeah, it's working. And if I move my mouse while I do that, ugly. We just need to update the raycast intersect objects only when I am clicking. Smart boy. This is... yeah. Some weird stuff is happening. I know. Okay, if I click too fast, it's jumping. Why? Because an animation is going at the same time that I'm starting a new one. So I need to kill this animation. Is it as simple as twinlight.kill? Oh, now it's blocked. Do I need to have a reference to this animation? Kill animation twinlight. Twin.kill. Show me. I would like an example. Animation. Okay, so I create an animation that is a 2 animation. And when I'm clicking, I just play this animation. Let's just say yes. Let's just say yes. This dot intensity animation. Let's just say intense anim is a twin light animation that is a 2 animation. Let's do this, and in there, like we did before, we set the params to 3. W intensity equals 3. Good stuff. And I need to take it back to 0 once it's finished. Restart animation. So maybe everything I just did is just a huge waste of time, like this entire project. Restart animation, twin light. I just want a simple answer. At the end, if you want to revert, what? Pause 0? So that works, and now we don't even need to kill the animation. Are we finished? Kind of. Like everything in development, we can always do things better. starting by the actual fucking optimization of the thing. Do I want to do that? No. What do I want to do is a couple of things, starting with, I don't like this material very much. I could, let's say, add a fog effect on my 3GS scene so that it seems infinite. Second thing, yeah, I think I'm going to do that first. Instead of creating shit tons of instance of cubes, I'm going to create only one mesh cube and then clone them to be a little bit more optimized so that I can add much more cubes. So let's do that first. This cube clone for now is going to take this cube as an example. Const cube equal, and then I'm going to take this, Command X, Command V, and then clone that cube dot clone. Is it working? It is. Good stuff. Can I add much more right now? Let's say 50 by 50. I can. 100 by 100. 10,000 instances. We can, and that's perfect. Let's add some fog into our scene. I don't remember how to do fog, so I'm going to try to do it with the stuff I have in my head. So let's try. I want to create a background color. So this .bg color, new 3.color, which is going to be OX, and let's just do white for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This .bg color. Does that work? Let's just change that for a second. It does. This .fog equal new 3. I don't know how it's going to work. Fog, and I just need the color, this .bg color, and then the near and the far. So near, let's say 10, the far 20. So when is the fog starting, and when there is so much fog that we don't see anything. I don't know if it's working because I don't know if it works with mesh standard materials. I said standard, normal material. Let's say mesh Lambert material. Mesh Lambert material. Yeah, 100 by 100. It doesn't work. I am so tired right now. And it's only 11:22. Cool. This .scene.fog is equal to this fog that I just made. Does it work? It does. That's perfect. And does it work so with mesh normal material? Let's try. It doesn't. No big deal. So mesh Lambert material is just a material that reacts with lights, with 3 lights per se. I don't want to do that. What do I want to do is play with matcaps, because matcaps are cool. Basically, if you don't know, matcaps is just an image of a sphere that is rendered in another software, or maybe simply a photo of a sphere. I don't know, never did that before. And then, according to the normal position, according to the camera position, you sample RGB values of that particular sphere. Doesn't make no sense? It will in a few minutes. For example, matcaps and let's say metal. We can create our own, but if I can find one, it will be perfect. Hey, that shit seems good. 236 by 236, it seems a bit small. This one, 512 by 512, great stuff. So yeah, this is a matcap. Let's plug it in. YouTube IBC public assets. New file, textures, and let's call it Shiny Ball. Shiny Ball, it's a JPEG. That's perfect. So now I need a few things. I need to create a material that is going to be a matcap, so mesh matcap material, and I need a way to use that image. To do that, 3GS has an amazing thing called a texture loader. 3.texture loader. And let's import the matcap. So this .matcap map is that text loader.load, and I want to go over there. So I think, if I remember correctly, I can never do that in one sitting. Assets.textures.shinyball.jpg, like this. I don't know. And then mesh matcap material, and the matcap will be matcap map. No. What's going on? GPG, not GPEG. It is ugly. Not going to use that. Okay, let's change the color of this background before we do anything else. Dark stuff. 15 by 15 by 15. A bit moodier, a bit better. That's great. Instead of that, that seems better. Maybe we can do white. Let's try you out. Yes, I want to replace it. It's still a JPG, so that's perfect. That's cool. And it works. Now, I think it's time to say goodbye. Before we do that, we can do a few things. Let's just add a few actually dumb things. For example, just a click me that invites the user to click something. I don't know. Let's do that. So in my 3 scene right there, in my view content, I can just do, let's call it 3 scene underscore, and this will be CTA, call to action. And in this, I can do an H1, and I want to take that and put it so that it's in absolute position. Are we finished? I think we are. So that's it for that video. Once again, it's not a tutorial. It's a guy doing weird stuff with WebGL because I love it, and also why not? You will be able to find the URL to this particular experience down below, and the code will be on GitHub, available to anyone. Concerning the different tools, they will also be in the description, as well as my Vue starter. If you like the video, do not hesitate to add your comments. If you didn't like it, just tell me what went wrong in the comment section down below. Apart from that, that was a nice test video for you too. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you later. See ya. Bye. Peace. I don't know what to say.